Hey crew, it's the cat. How's it going? First of all, I don't make too many videos. Everybody knows that. So I don't know how long this is going to be, but I wanted to make a post. And I figured it'd be probably too long, so I didn't want replies to be a bunch of TLDRs. So here I am on a video. And a lot of you probably noticed lately the cap hasn't been on a lot, doesn't log on much. Cap's been kind of going through it. I'll everybody has been. Everybody does. It happens. But I'm going through a lot of other stuff. Some things happen. Anyway, been kind of struggling with my depression a bit. Not sleeping a lot, or less so. But mostly the video is, guys, it's mostly for guys. Mental illness, it's real. But, guys, you're not living on an island. You're not out there by yourselves. There's always somebody you can talk to. I mean, I moved 2 hours north of my home where I knew everybody. I've been here 4 years. I haven't even made one friend. I barely know anybody here, but I do still have people I can talk to. And that's important. Guys, talk to each other. Everybody out there knows somebody who's gone through the same thing. And that's important. But I'll tell you something. I was really, really feeling rough. And about 2 days ago, my wife came home. She went to the post office. And she came back and she said, "Were you expecting a package?" I said, "Well, yeah, actually."
What's up, folks, and welcome to another Sunday edition of Survive with DP. I am your host, Jay, aka Despop, and I had to stop that opening vid right there. Why? Because you motherfuckers have no attention span, and I need to keep these vids short. But also, right about at that point, the good captain pulls out his DP mug and goes on to share too many kind words directed towards me. And that's something I'm just not good at. I can't accept praise or thanks, and I know that's retarded, but that's how my demon affects me. I fucking hate myself. Legit. So, for those of you that don't know, I started this account to do just this over a year ago. This exact show precisely. But I started this channel in the middle of my biggest crash ever, and I've been all over the place mentally, and it shows in my work on this shit from the beginning up until now. I didn't know how to use social media. I didn't know how to connect. I didn't know how to network, and as you can tell, I'm still pretty awful at video editing. It took me 1.5 years to actually do my first legit Survive episode. The whole reason I even began this online journey. In the past few Saturdays, I've looked out there for inspiration to tell a story of mine for you all to hear on Sundays. And I have plenty of stories, but I get too choked up and, quite frankly, way too chicken shit to put it all out there. So I look to Twitter for a boost. It may come from a DP Nation OG or somebody completely random. And I usually prefer random because I consider a lot of my regulars as family now, and family scares me. It means I care for you, and because I care for you, you can hurt me. People I don't know are no threat to me. And lately I've been thinking about giving all this up. And that's not a pity party thing. I'm just thinking I'm not reaching anyone in the way that I originally set out to. And while I think something like this could be hugely beneficial to those suffering, I just feel I'm not the guy. I don't have what it takes to reach those, and that is not a fail on my part. Some people have that natural charisma. I don't. I've battled severe shyness my whole life, even before the PTSD. And my self-worth has always been non-existent. So it's normal for me to give up too soon. Don't get me wrong, I'm still here, so giving up on life is not an option. I just give up on new things before I ever start. My demon's main weapon is sabotage. I can't get off the starting line, and although I started this over 1 year ago, I consider this the starting line, the moment I finally figured it out and found my voice. So just as I'm about to give this up and go look for a minimum wage 9 to 5, I get the captain's post. And I realized that my initial mission was to find just one. Find one person to touch, and I can die happy. Not die anytime soon, but whenever it comes, giggity, I can always say I found one. And now that I have a new brother, and that brother just so happens to be the king in the north, now I want to find another, and then another. And lo and behold, I find a sister who revealed to me for the first time in a private message about her mug order that she too has the demon, something I had no knowledge of prior to and was shocked to find out, frankly. Then 2 days later, she puts it all out there, and I realize, holy shit, bro. I don't know if their public statements just a day or two apart have anything to do with me, but these two also haven't left me since day one. They are part of my original crew. There has to be a reason they stuck around for my unhinged chaos and bullshit. Now I'm working on Mel. Mel, I don't know your story, but I know the signs better than anybody, and I see you. Welcome to the shit show, my lady. Now I feel comfortable to go into something personal. You see this image? Seeing these images, shit like this makes me sad beyond words. That's me in the middle, my prequel to Your Right, My Left. The sequel's the cute kid on my other side. That was Niagara Falls on a guy's trip that included the Football Hall of Fame for my dad and I, then the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for my son, and then on the way home we were forced through Buffalo, so we stop at the Anchor Bar, the founders of the Buffalo Wing. Invented totally on accident, by the way. Look it up. And from there we were right down the street from Niagara Falls, so we stopped by. And then on the way back home, we said, fuck it, and hit Cooperstown. But seeing this image, it makes me sad because although I'm in it, I wasn't there. I don't know where I was at the time, but I know I was raging that whole trip internally. My father, my son, they didn't know. I just knew in that moment when I look at this image, I wasn't there at all. And that fucking kills me. But now I have to go to my default, comedy, because this is getting way too heavy. The reason Snarky flew me across the country. You bitches jealous now, ain't you? Honestly, I wasn't going to do the show today, folks. Not up until Jody posted that vid. I thought I wasn't the guy. And maybe I'm not. But the mission was to find one. And I think I did. So I'm going to keep going. We'll finish with an account new to me, Smokey Girl 25. I got to get back to the Patriots second half. You all have a blessed Sunday. Yes, even you dipshits in Minnesota. Later, bitches.
I've had to go in the closet and close the door. I've had to cut off the lights. I've gotten up and had to go back to sleep and just to start the day all over again. There have been days I just took a nap so I can just push the refresh button. There are some calls that I've gotten, some friends who died, some crazy stuff that's happened. But like dust, I rise. Every trial that comes, I rise. And your problem is you don't got no fight. You can't get to certain levels without fight. You can't quit every time something negative happens. You can't give up just because it's hard. You can't give up because it's difficult. You gotta look some stuff in the face and say, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Get him, Jay.
I'm not a cop.
You got DP'd.